From First Coast News, this is Good Morning Jacksonville.
Good Monday morning to you. It is 6 o'clock and we continue to follow breaking news this morning. A man was found shot dead in a car on the north side and police are looking for his killer now. That victim was found in a car in the parking lot of the Highlander apartment complex just before 10 o'clock last night. Officers are not sure if the man was shot at the complex or even if he lived there, but they're asking anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers 866-845-TIPS.
And your second big story on this Monday morning, just days after the first face-to-face meeting between the leaders of the U.S. and Russia, a new report linking President Trump's campaign to Russian government. Well, the New York Times reporting the president's son met with a Russian lawyer and was promised damaging information about Hillary Clinton during the campaign. You're going to hear how Donald Trump Jr. is responding in just 5 minutes. And your third big story, some great news for job seekers right here in Jacksonville.
Amazon is hosting its first job fair today as it prepares to open 4 new facilities around town. There will be thousands of jobs up for grabs. Alex Ositis live with the details and how you can get yourself a job if you need it or you want an upgrade. In just a moment, here's Mike Prangley.
All fired up for our Monday. Some call it Monday. I'm calling it your day. We're going to take this Monday by charge. I know the weekend was very quick, a blink of an eye, but look what we're starting with. Postcard pics. We live in the best part of the country. Yes, we're talking about the green light go and no rain to worry about until this afternoon. So we'll get some beach time, pool time in for the kids at summer camp. But once precision lights up, yeah, that forecast, look at this, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, frequent cloud to ground lightning. Looks like it'll peak out for the drive home. All right, so Baldwin between 4 and 7 o'clock. Downtown, we're calling it Championship Monday. The big 3, the Jumbo Shrimp, Incubus, and the Sharks going for a championship. There will be some rain, so take the ponchos, and some of that rain could linger into this evening. Notice 5 to 8 o'clock on the precision cast, and then lingering to 9 o'clock even at the beaches. So we'll talk more about the stormy changes ahead. But first, let's get this day started off right with Katie Jeffries and the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you so much, Mike. Starting with a live look right now, this is I-95 near County Road 210, and you can see traffic starting to pick up just a little bit, but not bad at all. No congestion or accidents to report there. Let's take a look here at your traffic maps. Really only one accident that we are following so far this morning. This is along Main Street South and Bush Drive. So it's the southbound side there of Main Street. This is kind of near the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. To give you kind of a landmark, it's the southbound lanes there of Main Street that are blocked. Northbound lanes are open, but you might see a bit of an onlooker delay. This is a crash with injuries blocking the southbound lanes near Bush Drive, so you're going to see first responders there. Please be very careful, and you might be detoured around that area on the southbound side, but we'll keep watching it. When those lanes reopen, we'll let you know. Lewis.
Katie, thank you. More breaking news this morning now. A woman, we're told, now in the hospital after she was shot in the Walmart parking lot off of Beach and Southside. That woman told police that she was walking through the lot around 10 o'clock last night and was shot by a shotgun. She didn't show up at the hospital until 4 hours later. The victim is expected to be okay, and we don't have any word on a suspect just yet. Now, here's a sad update to a story we've been following out of St. Johns County. A woman has died after police say she was hit by a boat propeller near the Bridge of Lions, St. Augustine, Saturday. The 42-year-old woman was boating with her husband when she was hit by that propeller, a propeller from her own boat. Police have not released her name just yet either. And now in Lakeshore, 8 people were taken into custody after police discovered a suspected meth lab at a home Sunday. GSO said they've responded to that address for overdoses before. They found stolen property inside before. 7 adults and a teenager were taken in for questioning.
Well, in just over a month, Amazon is expected to open its new fulfillment center on the north side of Jacksonville, and they're hiring for that new facility today. Our Alex Ositis is live in Northwest Jacksonville, where the first Amazon job fair is happening today. What can folks expect, Alex?
Hey, good morning, Keith. They can probably expect some big crowds here today, but there are 6 chances to get their face and their resume in front of a recruiter for Amazon. All of those job fairs happening over the next couple weeks. We'll show you exactly where you need to be in a second. But here, take a look. These are all the facilities that Amazon is planning to open up just around Jacksonville, including the one that they're specifically hiring for today. Pecan Park. That's going to need about 1,500 people. Amazon has 3 other facilities including 2 that are still in the planning steps right now, and then one over at Cecil Commerce Center. That needs 1,000 people. No word, though, on when that facility is going to be opening up. Still, a third of these jobs are going to be paying more than $50,000 a year. Add the benefits to that, and looking pretty good. Now, of course, there are other jobs, the rest of which paying between $12 and $15 an hour. No opening date, no exact hiring dates, starting dates for these folks either, but we're keeping an eye on this. Now, this isn't stopping Amazon from getting their name around the community and hopefully shopping for some great people who are qualified for these jobs. 6 of these job fairs are planned over the next 2 weeks, all starting with the one this morning at 10 o'clock here at the Legends Center. All of this week, including today, Wednesday, and Friday. You can see the info there on your screen where you need to be. Bring your resume, maybe bring a cover letter, and of course, get yourself in front of these recruiters. Next week, though, it's going to be downtown at Prime Osborne. We're following this all morning long. Reporting live from the north side, Alex Ositis, First Coast News.
All right, thanks for that, Alex. Your time now is 6:05. We're going to take a quick look at your national stories and top headlines this morning. More concern for President Trump's administration over more alleged ties to Russia. Now, a report from the New York Times alleges that Donald Trump Jr. was a part of a meeting with a Russian lawyer with ties to the Kremlin. Trump Jr., Jared Kushner, and the president's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort, met with the lawyer during the campaign back in June of 2016. Well, they were apparently promised damaging information about Hillary Clinton. Trump Jr. told the New York Times the meeting did happen, but the lawyer had no useful information. And an attorney for the president says the president had no knowledge of that meeting. Much more on this on Good Morning America and the Today Show. That's starting this morning at 7. Well, a celebration in Iraq. That country's prime minister was in Mosul on Sunday celebrating the end of ISIS occupation in that city. The U.S.-backed coalition supported a 9-month battle to retake Mosul, but heavy fighting by a few ISIS holdouts is still going on in parts of that city. A ceasefire appears to be holding in southwest Syria this morning. The U.S., Russia, and Jordan brokered a deal for peace, which started on Sunday. Well, government forces and rebels have been clashing there for 6 years now, and the goal is to pave the way for a broader truce in the future. $117 million. That's how much money Marvel's new superhero blockbuster made in its opening weekend. My gosh, Spider-Man: Homecoming was expected to make about $100 million in its debut, but great reviews put it over the top. As of now, the movie still got a 93% approval rating on the film website Rotten Tomatoes, which is a huge deal because they're pretty mean normally. So fans seem to really enjoy that. Lou, are you a Spider-Man fan at all?
Love Spider-Man, and I like Spider-Man, you know, the version with Tobey Maguire. And I kept asking myself, well, how many of these are they going to do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And,
as long as you keep on shelling out the cash, they'll keep on doing it.
Bingo. As long as they're grossing $113 million every weekend, I think we could make about 1 million Spider-Mans with 1 million different actors. Thank you so much. I'd like a turn. Come on. 6:08 is your time. CSX faces a lawsuit after the death of a film crew member on its train tracks back in 2014. Now, at 6:15, how the company plans to defend itself in court today. Plus, we're going to hear from a Jacksonville man who was attacked by a 9-foot gator, and he's lived to tell us all about it.
Good morning. Not just any morning, it's Pina Colada Day. You know the song I'm thinking about. You know it. If you like pina coladas.
Just like that. Yep.
Oh, sorry about that. And getting caught in the rain. And that's our forecast today. But we've got a 10 out of 10 on that runner index, Katie. So this is going to be our day. We're going to get the run done and make it a great day. Now, the best part is that sunrise here on the way in the next few minutes should be gorgeous. But if you're playing tennis, you want to get that run in and play early this morning because we'll have temperatures in the sun. You've heard the heat index. You know we're going to be a heat index of 100, 105 again today. But realize in the sun, it's going to feel like 100 degrees as early as 10 a.m. By noon, 110, 120 in the sun by 2 o'clock. And we don't cool down until those storms arrive by late day. So notice the heat stroke time in as little as 45 minutes. We got to take that heat seriously. Then we've got the big three. Championship Monday, the Sharks, Incubus, and I tell you what, and the Jumbo Shrimp, but we've got to keep an eye to the sky. There could be some vicious, frequent lightning in the area. Flooding, we'll talk more about that. And some of that rain could linger into the evening, so we got to be extra careful on Pina Colada Day.
I actually said, I'm like, I refuse to sing this song. And I don't know how I got peer pressured into it. Hey, good morning, guys. Let's take a look here. This is a look towards 295 in Merrill. That's the Dane Point Bridge kind of in the background. Looks very nice out there in 295. Not seeing any slowdowns or any problems. Now, if you are going to come towards downtown, because like Mike said, there's several events going on. They're all kind of in the same area. You've got Incubus at Daly's Place, the Jumbo Shrimp, of course, happening at the baseball grounds, and then you have the Sharks at the Veterans Memorial Arena. So expect some congestion along Bay Street and maybe a little slow when you're trying to find a place to park because everybody's kind of converging in that same area downtown with all three events going on. So get there early. That way you don't miss anything.
All right, we're ready to rock the Ville now.
Katie and Mike hitting some high notes on this Monday morning. Quick check of your time now, 12 minutes past the hour. So there are jobs many of us don't even think of that helps keep the city running. At 622, the odd job that takes tourists under the city of Jacksonville. How cool is that? We're going to take you there. But first, a Jacksonville man attacked by an alligator, and he lives to tell the tale. His story in just 2 minutes.
You're watching Good Morning Jacksonville.
We appreciate you waking up with us on this Monday morning. It's 15 minutes past the hour and happening today. The family of a Hollywood film crew member takes on the train company CSX. You may remember this story from 2014. Sarah Jones was hit by a freight train near Savannah while working on the set of a movie called Midnight Rider. Well, Jones's parents filed a civil suit saying that the train company should have taken more precautions, but CSX says that it denied the filmmakers permission to work on the tracks twice before the shoot started, and it even sued the filmmakers for trespassing.
Okay, so now we've got a developing story from out near Tampa. A Jacksonville man is recovering after he was attacked by a 9-foot gator on Friday. He's a 51-year-old. His name is Scott Lahodic. He was diving for golf balls at a golf course in Sarasota when he came across the 9-foot gator in the pond. He says he's been diving for golf balls for nearly 30 years as a professional golf ball retrieval expert. So there you go. That's something you can do, kids. And he thought he'd be safe since it was the middle of the day. But once he felt the animal bite, he knew what he had to do.
And at first I wanted to pull away, but I remembered not to do the tug of war, you know, because then he would think his food was still alive and, you know, start, thrashing around.
So Scott says once the gator let him go, he started punching it. Then he got away. He's now in the ICU recovering from bites to his arm, and the Florida Wildlife Commission said he did the right thing in going for the gator's face and the gator's nose. By the way, the gator not so lucky. He's recovering, the gator not. They had to euthanize it.
Yeah, I'm glad that guy's okay. Thanks for that, Lou. Ooh, look at this gorgeous shot, you guys. This is out of Jacksonville Beach. Just beautiful. Another beautiful morning here on the First Coast. For a look at your forecast, though, we're going to turn things over to meteorologist Mike Prangley.
That's cool. You can see a few of those thunderheads offshore. So gorgeous sunrise, little red sky in the morning. And yeah, we're going to have to take warning this afternoon. But for the kids, Volano Beach Summer Camp looking like a nice start with some sunshine. This afternoon, though, the skies light up. Looks like the best chances at the beach between 4 and 5 o'clock out at Volano. So yes, the UV index will be in the high range before the storms erupt. Remember, skin and eye damage in as little as 10 minutes. And even if you don't get a sunburn, 90% of those rays that you can't feel can do a lot of damage. So it's the glasses, sunglasses. We're going to reduce that time along with that SPF 30 and get out those hats. Weather impacts today: lightning, heavy rain, flooding, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain, and maybe a gully washer or two with some gusty winds of 50 miles per hour. So we'll keep an eye on that. The next 3 days, the stormy part of the week is our Monday as we go through the late afternoon and evening, and then a stormy late day Tuesday. But notice the rain starts to back off as high pressure moves in by Wednesday. But for tonight, the big three, we said the Ville will be rocking. Looks like nature will be rocking downtown till about 8 o'clock. So take the ponchos and then some improving conditions for the big three. But look at the heavy rain in deep red. We're talking about a 4 to 7 precision forecast time for Baldwin, 5 to 8 p.m. downtown, out toward Atlantic Beach between 6 and 9 o'clock. 7-day forecast includes not just some better baseball weather as we dry out by Wednesday, but some soccer. The Armada playing, that should be a great game. Low 90s, and then a dry finish to the week before the storms come on back. It's that time of year as we head into the second part of the weekend. Now let's get to Katie Jeffries, hopefully singing more of that Pina Colada song in the 5-Star Credit Union Traffic Center.
You got that One time. I'm not singing again. Hey, good morning, guys. All right, let's take a look here towards I-95 northbound. If you're driving out of St. Johns County, looks pretty nice. It's about a 20-ish minute ride, depending on, if you're following the speed limit, to go from 210 towards downtown, but no crashes there along I-95. Let's take a live look outside. It's a beautiful start to the morning. This is I-95 near Emerson. That's the northbound side. This is the southbound side. Of course, always be careful when you're driving through those construction zones like the Overland Bridge project, but it looks like it's moving pretty well. Let's take a look here towards your traffic maps. 295 still moving up to speed. US 17 is starting to build a bit, especially as you pass NAS Jacksonville, but that is to be expected for this time of the morning as people make their way towards the base. I-10 eastbound from 301 there to 295 is about a 10-minute ride, then another 5 to 7 minutes before you make it downtown. Back to you.
Thank you, Katie. It's 6:19. Well, they were built more than 100 years ago, right under our feet, if your feet were walking through downtown. But I'd say there's a lot of Jacksonville residents out there, maybe you're new to town, who do not know that the tunnels exist under the city. That's right, there's tunnels down there. Up next, Curtis Dvorak shows us the odd job that takes tourists underground if you'd like to learn a little more. We're back in 2 minutes.
And welcome back. Look at that gorgeous shot of our city. We appreciate you joining us here at Good Morning Jacksonville on this Monday morning. Your time, 6:22. So we know it takes a lot of work to make the First Coast run smoothly each and every day, but not every job is so glamorous.
We know that. Yes, so GMJ is hosting a new series. It's called Odd Jobs, and this morning our Curtis Dvorak taking us all under the streets of Jacksonville into the tunnels that many residents don't even know exist. Here's Curtis.
Hey folks, Curtis Dvorak here. We're in downtown Jacksonville. That's Andrew Jackson, who the city's named after, and I'm trying out jobs this week. One of the jobs is a tour guide on a really cool tour downtown of the underground tunnels. I think I'm qualified. Let's go find out. Appreciate you taking my call and giving me an opportunity to try out for this job.
Absolutely, we need you, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I know the tour is getting more popular, so I'll give it a shot here. I think I've been in town long enough. I can be a good tour guide, I think.
Oh, I think you'd be great. So I do my Andrew Jackson thing and
figured I would go with another Jackson the city's known for. So Jackson, DeVille, and I had it in my closet, so it was an easy one.
Hey, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you follow the group from behind?
Okay.
That's a good way to learn the tour, is you follow from behind, and you can help organize the group from the back.
Catch the stragglers?
Catch the stragglers for me. Follow me this way. We're actually going to walk through 3 different buildings, and then going underneath Forsyth Street, going underneath Hogan Street.
21 years here. There's tunnels underneath the city.
We're heading over to an old 1909 bank building.
It's 108 years ago. So I was supposed to keep everybody together, and I wandered off. It's so cool. The bricks and stuff back here, you can see, like,
oh, it's amazing.
The archway over there is, 100
3
years
different
old.
kinds of bricks back here. This is amazing.
Not supposed to go on this part of it, but why are these areas? Is it just not ready yet, or the buildings aren't allowing it?
Just not quite ready yet. It's a combination, but not quite ready yet. But what we want to do is interconnect this bank to another building to the north and go through
the Schultz building,
that tunnel up to the Schultz building. Exactly. Interconnect those buildings the way it was back in the early 1900s.
Everybody thinks of St. Augustine as the only place there's history, but we got 100 years of history right under our feet in downtown Jacksonville. Well, Gary, I really appreciate the opportunity. That was a ton of fun. I love the history that is underneath our feet. How did I do? I mean,
I think you did great. You got lost there that one time, but you did find some cool stuff, though. That's good.
Well, and that's kind of what I'm at. Like, what needs to happen for the other people who own these buildings to allow us to connect all the tunnels and do a full tour?
Just takes a lot of cooperation is what it's going to take.
You heard him, folks. Everybody get together. Let's make this happen. We've got some really cool stuff right under our feet in Jacksonville.
Yeah, let's all get together, get along, make it happen. Thanks for that, Curtis. You know, I'm glad he didn't get in too much trouble. Let me just say that. All right, so if you'd like to book one of those tours, just go to adlibtours.com and look for the tour that's called Jacksonville's Top to Bottom Walking Tour. That is so cool.
Yeah. I'm just glad he got out of the silver cage. You saw him there. Tomorrow morning, Curtis's Odd Job series continues. This time he's going on the water, getting a taste of shrimping right off of our first coast. So see how the life of a shrimp fisherman is, and that's rough living.
Okay, your time now, folks, is 6:27 on this Monday morning. Just ahead, helping cancer patients in a way you may not expect. You're going to meet the housekeepers who are cleaning for a reason. That's at 6:34.
Plus, what you need to know about Amazon's huge job fair that's happening today. They're hiring thousands. We're back in 2 minutes.